Well, we are actually live, surprisingly.
Good job, Rando.
I hate technology.
It doesn't like you either.
Oh! We're a little zoomed in there.
Oh.
We were queued up, ready to rock and roll. And then just it started to fade away.
Bam.
Didn't know what was happening. And then it started spinning, and it told me, hey, you're getting updated. Doesn't matter if you want to or not. It's happening. You know what the update was for?
Gave you the middle finger, didn't it?
So that I can have a little MLB score tracker in the left-hand corner of my computer now. You want to guess how many damns I give about baseball and MLB? Yep. It's okay. I literally wanted to break this thing. I was so upset. I'm so upset. But
it's okay.
It's over now.
It's fine. We're live now. It's okay. It's okay.
Yep. But how you doing?
I'm good. How are you? Oh, well, I don't have
I'm doing.
I don't have a drink. Damn, it's right.
Well, I didn't have one either until this whole catastrophe was going on.
You reminded me. Damn it.
Yeah, I should have. I had enough time. But
hold on, I might be able to find something.
Yes. Okay.
Maybe.
So I'm doing all right. Both California, LA, not great at the moment. But synonymous with what's going on with Kentucky football right now. Not great. Kind of on fire at the moment. Just for the analogy, metaphorically, not literally. But yeah, we got some news yesterday. Some people shocked, some people not shocked. That Vince Morrow was chucking up the deuces, heading. It's not that he's leaving, right? It's not that
he's going to freaking Louisville, though.
That's what I'm saying. He has been rumored to be gone for a long time. He hasn't left. But the fact he's going to Louisville, I don't understand. What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, to be fair, it seems like he's involved in some sort of coaching carousel rumor every season. He gets a pay raise out of it anyways. You know what I mean? So at this point, bye. I don't. Like I don't. Okay. I do think it's shitty that it was right now. Like that, like out of nowhere seemingly. But I've been told that there are some other things that happened um, with
Would
it.
you know?
It's
Would
kind
you
of a
know?
kind of a little blow up between
I
Vince
had I had
and
seen
little Marky boy.
yeah, I had seen some of that going on. Grand involved, like there definitely seemed to be some ruffled feathers. Here's the so I was kind of digging, looking through different articles and whatnot, and there was one um, out of Louisville. Thing will pull up, and it has since circled on Twitter, so it's not really new news anymore. But the fact of so first the opening line is great. This is Rick Bozich out of Louisville. Said maybe Vince Morrow is this close to leaving the University of Kentucky to work for Jeff Brom at Louisville because he's discovered the restaurant scene is nicer in the 502,
Oh Jesus.
which arguably true. But I mean, taking a shot at the man right off the bat. Um, but here is so from source, who knows, told me one reason for the delay in making the deal official is Stoops has been out of contact with Morrow, and the assistant was unable to get the news to his boss personally before Pete Thamel of ESPN broke it. So, like, these dudes are supposed to be like thick as thieves, right? Like, I mean,
I thought they were
from
besties for the resties though.
like for the last 12 years, they were it was them, right? Um, those two. So it just concerns me moving forward that the most important place on a team is that locker room, right? And it seems like the
Mm-hmm.
leadership was just all over like they weren't simpatico, and potentially that's why last year with all the hype just completely fell apart, and it was very underwhelming. And now it's to the point where um, you know we're calling for a new leader at the helm of the Kentucky football. And it seems that this Vince leaving, finally, even like his dude, is like the kind of the nail in the coffin of like this is Mark Stoops' last season here, regardless
Mm-hmm.
of the outcome. I don't know what are your thoughts about just the way it went down, some of the things you're hearing, reading on Twitter.
I mean, it did come out of nowhere, to be fair. But I mean, wasn't there a rumor like earlier this year or something that about Vince going to Louisville anyways? Like that was a thing, right?
Yeah,
Like before
I think
now.
Roush floated some stuff out about him going, and Rom was trying to, bring him in to the fold. I always forget to freaking
Mm-hmm.
throw the chat up here. Um, but and then he kind of got a little um, burned on that because it didn't happen, and sure enough, like boom, there's some validity to it. Now the role, not necessarily not a coaching role, so wasn't completely accurate, but I mean, and there was this what I mean over the last couple of years, this is the half a dozen times it's been popped up of
Yeah,
him.
he always gets a pay
Um,
raise out of it every time.
yeah, going to
Every
going to
time.
new job. And here's another. There was a I believe it was CBS article. This one was like yeah CBS, and frustrating that you go to the rival. So it highlight the fact that he just signed last year, September, this $1.3 million contract with Kentucky. And then they highlight that Cat Paws 247 reports he could potentially exceed that mark with incentives at Louisville. So it's not like he's not going to Louisville for the GM role seemingly because he got some massive payday. Like, okay, it's a big old contract. I don't know if you've seen anything about what the actual numbers are. I have not today. I've been looking. They haven't made the official statement yet.
Mhm.
or the official announcement from Louisville. But it's like I could see if all of a sudden they're paying him a bunch of money to go in this elevated GM role, still a shitty decision that you're going to go to the rival that you've been talking shit on for the last 12 years.
Him and his bag of Fritos.
Yeah, but for the same money with the hope incentive base that you'll make more. So like again, that just tells me that there's some deep rooted like behind the scenes things that fans like
I
us
mean,
don't know that will probably come out of like this dude was actively trying to leave or thought the situation was bad, or he just knows that instead of getting forced out by the administration and Mitch and those and the fan base kind of being fed up potentially at the end of the season.
mhm.
If they could be even more fed up from what happened last year, he's like, I'm hitting, I'm heading north now on my terms and not
Ah,
somebody else's. Yeah. But
um, Davo, I heard that too, but I think it came from the direction of somebody else. Um, I was, I was, some birdies, put it that way, um, said that Vince was told that Eddie makes decisions now. Um,
huh,
I don't know how true that is. And for Vince to stop recruiting certain places.
recruiting
I don't know how true that is
decisions,
either. Huh?
like he was making recruiting decisions now. Anyway,
Hold on. Let me find it
yeah,
1 second. Um, so it was told to me that Vince was told to stop recruiting Ohio,
I
I
saw
guess,
that
and that
tweet go
Eddie
out.
Grant was making
Yeah,
decisions. Eddie's making decisions now.
but
So
like what it
I don't,
was. Is it he Vince stops recruiting Ohio so that somebody else can do it, or like what was the? I don't understand
that I
the.
don't know. I don't know
Why would
that
he
much.
be
I just
told to
had that little
stop
bit.
doing the thing?
I just had that
Yeah,
little bit. So I'm not for sure
it'll
of
come
like
out. I
exactly
think
what it.
one Stoops got to make a statement when this thing becomes official when he goes to Louisville. Like he need to come out and address some of these things. Now he's not going to give us all the locker room secrets. Like he's not spilling all the tea of what's going on, but just address like, hey, what was going on. Like kind of at the end of the season, we didn't really get that. He just said he was motivated and he wasn't going anywhere. Right? It was, the season just kind of ended abruptly and we were pissed off. And then we rolled into, luckily, basketball kind of carrying us. I think it was good and bad for the football program that Kentucky basketball was doing well. Early on
Mm-hmm.
during the season, it was hurting them, and then it just kind of we just stopped talking about it. We had a pact. We are not talking about football, and then news like this happens, you kind of talk about it. But I I think he'll look back on the decision, him being Vince, and I just don't know that even this new GM role is going to give him the same sort of like feelings he did that Big Blue Nation can't. Like he's like he had a deep rooted relationship with this fan base, right? He was big dog, right? He was known to be a great recruiter. You go look at the numbers. It's recruiting football at Kentucky is difficult, so I'm not necessarily going to judge him based off the 5 and 4 stars that he brought in. But he brought in talent. He was really good in the portal, and he would flip kids from Michigan and big name schools. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and the biggest thing was like and all the stuff he would talk about Louisville and and that fan base and you know and now for him to go over there, it's a tough look for me. He becomes enemy number
Yeah.
one now, going over there, and maybe it works out for him, but I think it's just one of those things where I don't know that this he's going to look back and realize that this was a mistake. Because while they are on an upward trajectory, especially in football. It's just not the same as the University of Kentucky. And I know I'm biased
Mm-mm.
as a fan, but you just kind of see you just see kind of the reaction between us in the good and the bad and Louisville in the good and the bad, and there's just more of a passion here, especially with like I said, he had a 12-year relationship with us, and he's kind of just pissing all that away. I think that's the frustrating part for me.
No, I mean, like I said, it seems like he's tied to every other opening every off season anyways, and this was, I remember, a while ago. I'm curious how he will be in like a GM role versus a recruiting role. Just like I feel like that's a pretty big leap from what he was doing as far as, you know what I mean, like recruiter and tight ends coach versus GM.
Yeah. So I'll
Like,
ask you.
all right,
I have my opinions on the move. I asked the question: bigger loss for Kentucky or bigger gain for Louisville? What do you think? And if you listen, throw it in the chat too, because I'm ready to talk about it. I got some feelings.
I I will say, that's a hard one. I think a hmm, bigger loss for UK, but only in a culture standpoint, potentially if he helped kind of have the locker room culture, right? Um, then I can see that being a bigger loss for UK just from that aspect. Um, I don't see how it's a bigger gain for Louisville when he's not recruiting. Even he's doing a role he's never really done before. So I don't see how that's a plus check mark or whatever for them. Um, but yeah, I would say a bigger loss for UK just on a culture perspective, more than anything else at the moment. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'll buy it. I have a different opinion. Now there's been some, I'm in too many freaking group chats, and there's the people who know people talking about how he potentially was the reason of the culture we heard about at the end of the season last year of players kind of bringing in whoever the hell they wanted to and not practicing at
Mm-hmm.
NIL becoming a problem, and hey, I got paid so I'm not really playing. And if that's the case, we talked about the players. Like, hey, we weren't necessarily too upset about some of the folks who transferred out because we were starting anew. Like, hey, it's a new culture time. Reset it, get back
Mm-hmm.
to the gritty nose, Ohio type ball. Like, get the guys who want to be here, out from the mud, not a bunch of stars, but truly just care about playing ball and winning games. Um, but I do struggle with that being true because the players just seem to truly like love him right there. Everybody stepped up
Mm-hmm.
for him. I talked to Josh Caddis when I was there. He at least on the surface enjoyed being coached by Vince Morrow.
Right.
Willie Rodriguez always had great things to say about Vince. He brought in the talent. Mikel Skinner, he posted out. I think he clearly was shocked, upset about losing the guy who recruited him and got him to Kentucky. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that being said, if this decision had been made, or the announcement had been made, or leaked, whatever you want to call it, at the beginning of April, I would have been very, very concerned because the portal window would have opened, and I think we would have had some people dip. Um,
Yeah.
the fact that it comes out now, portal closes late April, and he doesn't meet the threshold to kind of open that back up unless somebody submits a waiver. Kind of Dylan Ballard on his space, kind of educating folks on how that process works. Like, yeah, he was potentially a lead recruiter, but that's not the same kind of level as the head coach, even associate head coach that title he had. Doesn't hit the threshold for folks to jump in the waiver and this extra extended 30-day portal thing. So the dudes we
Right.
got are the ones we got, unless they send something to the NCAA requesting out. So that's good. I don't particularly view Vince as like some X's and O guru. Not saying he's not a good coach. You can be an X's and O guru and can't communicate to people. You're not a good leader, so you're not a good coach. But like, don't see the production, especially last year, of like your tight ends kind of stepping up and doing big things. I went through the stats on the way home, and I mean, we have guys that have 9 catches for 70 something yards on the season, and that was the high for tight ends, right? And that's for the season. It wasn't like you heard me bitch throughout the entire season. And I know some of that's on the OC. Like let's not exhaust Bush of some of those problems, but um, the middle of the field was open. Like if he was that dude where he could have some pull, like, hey, we're gonna figure this out, right? I'm gonna go to the position. I am a position coach. I'm gonna go to the OC. I'm gonna figure out a way to get my guys the ball. So I don't think it's a massive loss. Like as the season is here, we have the players going into the season, the 25-26 season. I don't think it's a loss that he's not there as a coach. I'll buy the fact that like if he was the glue locker room guy, that's going to hurt us, and we're going to see this team
Mm-hmm.
maybe not even perform as we hope and get our 4 and 5 wins this season. But all that to be
Damn, we're
said,
optimistic.
yeah, right. Well, that's what Vegas says: 4.5 over and under 4.5, which is my goodness gracious.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, embarrassing.
How do we go from 10 wins to we might get 4? Like what the? Like,
I don't know.
like,
I might have been a
what
little
happened?
aggressive with my 10 win take last year. Maybe just slightly aggressive. That one didn't play out real well. It felt good making it,
You
though.
were very
It felt good making
enthusiastic.
it.
Very enthusiastic.
Yes, that I was. But I think this is a bigger gain for Louisville than it is a loss for Kentucky. And I say that because for a long time now, and then I doubled down on it when the House versus NCAA settlement came back in favor of House with this new revenue share. You need a GM. You need someone to be able to work and allocate funds to the football program and essentially be a salary cap guru and do all these different things. I imagine Vince was involved with the football collective, which 15 clubs seems to be more focused on football. Especially as a lead recruiter in the NIL world. I'm sure he's talking money. Is he managing the money? How's it come that? I don't know. But the fact that now Louisville, not only like the optics piece, big gain for Louisville, they pull Vince Morrow, who is widely known as like Stoops' dude, the right hand man, the charismatic dude, the best recruiter to Louisville to fill this GM role that I think is vital, needed now in this new, even newer NIL era of college sports. In an up and coming Jeff Brom doing his thing in Louisville and like making it a noteworthy program in the ACC. So like my argument is it's a bigger gain for Louisville than it is a bigger loss for Kentucky. And I guess you could flip that around on me and say like, well, if that's a bigger gain for Louisville and they're going to spend multiple years beating us in football, then that's obviously a big loss for Kentucky. But hopefully we can get our shit figured out. We can get someone in that role who can come in here and build the culture back up. Do I think it happens this year? I don't know. I'm not sure anybody that wants to come get hired in that role, knowing that they're on a temp loan for a year, unless it's somebody that gets hired promising they're going to be here past the Stoops era. But then again,
right.
If I'm a new coach if I'm a coach who Kentucky's looking to hire, I don't necessarily want them to tell me who my lead recruiter is or my associate head coach is or my GM. I want to come in here and be like, hey, if I'm building this culture, if I'm making Kentucky back or football what we want it to be in a 8, 9, 10 win season consistently, I'm bringing my dudes in here. So it's like, I don't know what the future this season holds. Like I said last year, I think it's going to be, and our hope is we're Vandy. We're last year's Vandy, which sounds, like I said, it sounds so gross
that
to say.
That sounds so pathetic.
It does, but they surprised some folks. They beat teams that they didn't expect to. They had Pavia is, I think that's how you say his name. Pavia is a quarterback that was not very well known. Came out here, slung it around, real gritty guy, ran the ball well, just like willed his team to wins. Embarrassed us at home. So like we have to hope that Zach is that dude. These receivers we got in, Jamori's that dude. The O line steps up. Like we have to hope that this thing all meshes together, and we're looking back at this conversation going, oh, remember when we said it was a dumpster fire? We were wrong. This was the rebuild. If I'm a betting man, which I am, I'm not betting on the latter. I'm betting on the
You
former.
can't bet on the sports, remember? I thought they lost their bet on them.
I mean, you find ways around it, but I'm just saying, in general, I do the gambling. I have known to do the gambling.
I have been known to do the gambling of the
Yes,
things with the
and
money,
I have known
coins.
to do the gambling on this Kentucky football team, and they have known to steal my money. I have donated money to sports books because of
They pilfered your money from
Kentucky
the sports
football
books, huh?
team. Yeah,
They
I've done a good
pilfered
job.
Pilfered it away.
Yeah.
Lord.
But, yeah. And I don't know if you heard anything. I don't even know who would be interested. Who would be interested in that potential role? Like, does someone come in and fill Vince's role? I doubt it. We probably elevates from someone from in the staff. Don't necessarily need a tight ends coach.
Especially at this point. Yeah.
He probably had an assistant or someone that he was grooming, or you would hope that. Or you bring in the wide receiver coach, the new wide receiver coach. You bring in the O line coach, and you just you make it work, and you kind of build the room that way. But yeah, I don't know if you've heard anything or thrown names out or heard names thrown out there.
I haven't heard any of the names, like any names thrown out for that. But I mean, that also might just be because it's not been officially announced yet either. So
yeah.
Which I guess, I wonder why that's not a thing. Because usually once it breaks and it's not like disputed, the official announcement comes pretty soon after. And it's been kind of quiet since they all broke that.
Yeah, I saw on the internet that Vince was in Frankfurt today.
Yeah. Wasn't he supposed to be on someone's something the show or something the other?
Say it again.
Wasn't he supposed to be on someone's show or something today and then didn't go on it because it wasn't official yet?
Yeah, he's waiting for whatever reason. But I'm sure they're putting something together. They're probably going to do a big press conference. I mean, if I was Louisville, if I'm Hefe Brom out there, as the coach trying to do the thing, I'm making this a fucking spectacle. I am absolutely just doing everything I can to poke Mark Stoops right in the chest. Like, I got your guy.
He'll be more. He'll be even more motivated that way. Motivated Stoops.
Yeah, whatever. That's terrifying to all of the SEC, I'm sure.
You're so exasperated, Rando.
I'm always gonna have hope. I will still have hope. It just, this happening kind of right now is just like, man,
it dimmed the hope a little bit, didn't it? Took it down a couple of pages.
It's just like yes, that's true, but it's just like the realization of like, dang, it's really worse than we thought. Like, it's not just a player problem or like X's O problem. It's not just a Bush Hamden coming in here first year and trying to figure out everything. But Eddie Graham would fold Vince like a lunch. Do you mean like physically, like if they were, if they throw the Dukes up, or do you mean like, his football acumen?
I don't think Vince could fold like a lawn chair.
Ooh, that's. I will say a lot of the photos that have been tagged, especially by Kentucky media outlets, of him in the transfer, they are not good photos of Vince.
He's not folding like a lawn chair. Nothing. That's not him fold like a lawn chair.
They definitely accentuate his not great features. That's what I would say. Some of these photos that are being put out. But
oh shit, what happens, I guess.
But I'll continue to say that. Do I think the Stoops era has run its course? Yes. Do I hope that he goes out on a, into the sunset happy with a miraculous 9-win season? Yes. I hope he is like,
Do I think
okay,
it's going to happen? No.
no. And it sucks because Vince was the hand of the king, and he ran the new hand after lowering the levers behind the scene. Yeah, apparently,
Vic, I'm going to need you to
coach
explain that further, my guy. What about right hand of Stoops?
cryptic. I think, yeah, I think he was saying it. Coach was saying Vince was the dude, and now Eddie Brand was the dude. He maneuvered his way in there, you know. Some
Okay, that makes sense. I'm
yeah.
following now. I was like,
But
got it.
it's so I do hope that it ends on a good note because I do like Stoops. You know, I've met him in person. Um, he there was an event that my dad was at. He was very kind to him. Um, you know, and like he did uplift Kentucky football. Um, yes, Coach. I was trying to think of it. I didn't watch Game of Thrones, but I knew what you're getting at. But I couldn't get it out. I was like, there's something. I was gonna say Lord of the Rings. Like I was getting ready to say that. And I was like, that's sure as hell
Do
ain't
not be
it.
watching Game of
Nope.
Thrones.
What do you say?
I did not watch Game of Thrones.
No, I didn't. I couldn't get
I
into
have
it. I think I
before.
watched the first season like 3 times. And just like I couldn't do it. Um, dang, I did that all the time. What was I talking about just now? What was I saying? Something clearly important. Oh, nope. It's whatever it's going. I thought I had
Nope.
it. It's
Okay.
gone.
It was
Stoops. Hopefully
like
he goes out.
missing out.
Stoops. Hopefully goes out well. I don't think it's going to happen. Stoops, great coach. Oh, that's where I was going at. But like he had uplifted the Kentucky football program, and now we are back down to where we were when we got here. Like the season we had last year was the identical to the season that he took over for, right? Like
Yeah.
it was just it's not good. It's not in a good spot, and he needs to pick it up or leave, and that's going to be a conversation of finding money and a payout and agreement. That's going to get messy probably, but I do hope the best for the season and for him because he does deserve like a statue. He deserves recognition for his over decade that he was here and kind of build up the program. Because 12 years ago, I don't think we would have been spun up about a move like this at Kentucky, right? Like it would have been like, yeah, all right, let's get to like
Okay.
Kentucky football's always been fun. The tailgates are fun. Going out there finding an excuse to do the thing. It's SEC. Like we like being we have some historically like amazing victories against big time teams, and those are great memories, and they'll be part of Kentucky football for forever. Cemented in history. But he kind of got us to where we are right now. Where we like are super pissed when we don't win because the expectations are where they are, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, he laid
so you do
expectations
want,
out, and now he's not meeting his own expectations that he laid out. So
yeah. It is very ironic how similar it is to the end of the Cal era, and just how like obviously you would say you can't compare the success between football and basketball, but it was just
there are definitely
a
some
dude who,
similarities though, as far as how it's playing out.
yeah, it's just like
Like,
they have hit the end of the road, and it's unfortunately
yeah.
probably that as whether Calipari did the thing and went to Arkansas truly as like a help for Kentucky, and like because of the massive buyout, it was just like, hey, it's my time to leave, or if it was a play of like, hey, I'm going to go to Arkansas and try to get more money or prove that the fans really want me, and that backfired on him. We're not really sure. Only he knows what the decision was as he was pushing his dog
Yeah. His
down
dog's
the
on
road there.
sidewalk.
Grown man can't be pushing dogs.
God, that will forever be a meme for me forever.
Yeah. But yeah, hopefully we get to that point where Stoops can make that decision. There can be agreement of like, hey, pay me my money over some time so that you can go get a new coach, which we don't need to get into this now, but it seems like all of Kentucky, or 90% of them, want old John Summerall to make his way back home.
Yeah. People want that.
I'd be about it. I'd be about it. I like the idea of bringing somebody here who played here and it just means something more to them, right? We're
Hmm.
seeing it firsthand with Pope. Bringing here just like they instantly puts a little bit more pressure on the coach to be successful, and like internally they have it means more to them. It's not just a coaching job; it's like bringing a piece of them back into the fold.
Yeah.
Him being successful as a coach goes back to him being successful here as a player, and bringing it back to prominence is like just I think it's more fulfilling as an alumni and someone who like blood, sweat, and tears on that same field, right? So I do
Yeah.
like. Plus, he's proven to be a pretty damn good coach, so he's won everywhere he's been
So
at.
far, yeah.
All right, that's enough talk about football. Until the
We
season
should do a wins losses prediction before we change topics to whatever else we change topics to.
right now.
Huh?
You want to do it right now?
Yeah. Sure. Why the hell not? I got schedule pulled up. Oh my god, it's so bright. Jesus Christ.
Are we doing like a like per on the schedule or just like total wins losses?
Oh no, I think we should go down the games.
Okay.
I got it pulled up. It's interesting.
We start with
Toledo is
Tulane.
first. Do we read them off?
Toledo.
I can read them off. I got them.
Yeah.
I got them here.
Got it.
All right.
All right.
Toledo. Winner, loss. Lose, winner.
Win.
You know what I meant. Dub? Okay. I think so too. Ole Miss.
Home or away? Home, right? We
Home.
played them away last year.
Home.
Win.
I think it's a loss. That's a loss for me. I think. Eastern Michigan.
Win.
Yeah, win. At South Carolina.
Loss.
Yep, agreed. At Georgia.
I hate it because
I don't. Damn Shane Beamer, man.
I know. I'm punching him in the face all the time. Goofy as son of a bitch, and just has Stoops' number consistently. But that D line still carried over from last year. I don't know that our O line is going to be ready by then. I picked Ole Miss to win because it's early in the season. I think we can surprise one more time. And Lane Kiffin finds a way to shit down his leg at least once a year. So hopefully it's our game.
Yeah, but I feel like Lane's gonna have some extra motivation against us because I think he blames UK for that loss to Kentucky for not getting the playoffs. So that might be some
extra. He should blame himself. He's lost the game.
So, I know, but I'm just saying that might be some extra oomph for him.
Maybe.
At Georgia.
When's that date? Does it tell you?
October 4th.
You know what October 4th is?
The Saturday?
Yes. It's also like one of the greatest days in the history of me, actually.
Of you?
It's my birthday.
Oh, I was like, it's your birthday. I was like, what? Okay. That's right, because you came up last year.
Do we get a birthday dub?
At Georgia?
Yeah, it's a loss. I was hoping.
I'm like, I mean, I love your optimism, but like, no, not at Georgia. Okay, Texas at home.
Loss.
Yeah, I think so. Although, I mean,
it depends how good Arch Manning is.
That's true. We'll see. Tennessee.
Win. I will never in my life ever pick Tennessee to beat us.
We can't seem to beat Tennessee either.
No, it's probably not going to happen. But I can't. The words can't.
You can't say the word.
I can't say.
Okay, I respect that.
I might believe something different, but I cannot say the thing.
I respect it. I believe what you believe. I'll say it though. I don't think we win that game.
Okay.
I
All right.
don't like first up
Yeah.
whatever. Listen, whatever it is about Tennessee,
Hey, Tennessee
like
football ain't in a great spot either. Now they're in a better. I would say you could argue they have a better coach, but new quarterback, Nico gone.
hmm
Like they got some things that they got to work through too. So
agreed. And that
we'll
mean
see.
that might be a thing that fixes it or helps or whatever. But like
Is that a night game?
I don't. It just says TBA. There's no time yet.
Okay. I hope it is.
So Ole Miss is a 3:30 game.
Yeah.
That's and then rest of our the Toledo went over is irrelevant. Okay. At Auburn,
Win.
I think it's a win too. I don't think Auburn's very good this year. Um, versus Florida.
Oh,
Which one?
it's a loss. I think it's a loss.
At home?
Yeah,
You
I
think?
think they still have that that Langway kid, their quarterback. I think he's back this year. I believe I
Is
might
he
be wrong
mobile?
there, but hell of it.
Is he the mobile guy?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, the shit. Yeah,
He's a
we can't. We have a problem with those. We can't figure those out for the sake of our life.
yeah. He's the
Um,
one that I think that we played last year. Ended up he came in, blew out his hamstring, still
that's
tore us
he
up.
was the backup. I think wasn't he?
Yeah, I believe so. I had to look it up, but
And
I'm
Lord
pretty
knows
sure he's
backup
still there.
QBs are kryptonite for some
Um,
reason. Yeah, Vic, that's a good point. We haven't won a home SEC game in 2 years. Not won one this year.
is that
God,
true?
I think it is.
Oh my
It's our
gosh.
SEC record is shit at home. It's awful. It's so bad.
Oh my goodness. I swear to goodness, if he doesn't punt the ball on 4th and 9 with 3 minutes left to go in that game, we get a first down. Even like we just win the game by field goal. We beat Georgia last year by a miracle. We beat Georgia. It changes the direction of the entire season. I believe it to be true. Like I know maybe that following that we go and we beat Ole Miss and it's I just you
Oh yeah,
beat
that's totally
Georgia.
different. I think it's
Everybody in the locker room goes, "Holy shit, we just beat like national championship Jordan. Like we are on it now." Yeah, we had a terrible loss to South Carolina, but like we are there. Um, and then to
Tennessee
know what
Tech.
happened the following week, where he goes for it and Barryon makes that play. It's just like, oh, God. What was it? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I know. I get what you're saying. Tennessee Tech. That's a win.
It's a win, yeah.
I hope so. Okay, ready? At Vandy.
Win.
A win at Vandy. Even though they've embarrassed us recently. Last game of the season. At Louisville. Just hide your face. It's okay. It's okay. I'm here for you.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
uh, that's also gonna be a loss, I think, but it's fine.
We're gonna win it. We're gonna win that game.
Do what now?
We're gonna win. I will sacrifice the Vandy game to beat Louisville. Oh my gosh, it's so frustrating. I'm so we shouldn't have done that exercise. I'm so upset. That was a terrible idea by you.
Leave it up to me. Got you. Got you.
So depressing.
Don't worry,
So
I'm great
depressing.
at
Yeah.
that. I know.
All right. You know what? Cheer me up.
Pain
Cheer
right
me up
now.
because you know what we haven't talked about. We know we haven't talked about like on this thing since it's happened.
What?
Otega Oweh.
Oh, okay.
Back.
We didn't talk about that. We didn't do that.
Not,
I thought we did.
I don't think we did a thing. I don't think we did a show thing. We might have, but he is.
Are you sure?
I'm not particularly sure. I don't think we did, but maybe we did. I know I was on a space that night it happened, but
maybe we didn't.
he's back. He's back, and
He is back.
Seemingly the team's vibing. I'm seeing the videos, father
Yeah.
daughter camps, the father son camps.
Mhm.
He's talking about Mo D as like, being an elite defender. He was like, hey, he plays defense like me, except he's more ginormous than I am. He's Jalen Lowe's getting good vibes.
Yeah.
They seem to be clicking, and that missing piece, that thing that had to come back, was Otega Owe, and he's here, man. He seems like he's locked in. The story of how Pope found out on the plane, and
Was hilarious.
him saying like tears running down his face, like all of it, like it's coming together,
Well,
and that's what we need to be patient about. No matter what happens this football season, enjoy it, because it might be the end of an era, and know that on the back end is basketball, baby. And
round
that
fall
means
season.
Banner 9 coming.
I just I don't see how people in the media or whatever these people are not ranking them as a preseason top 5. Like, how can you not rank them as a preseason top 5? Like, I don't understand. Like, I need someone to explain to me. Like, I literally have 2 brain cells.
You know what?
but
I agree.
don't
Like
explain to me that
if you
way.
look at the roster, and everything that it has, I think there's some questions on how you get some playing time. How do you shake up the PT? How do you figure it out? Pope will do it. No problems there. You can't have this whole, like, you can't have too much talent. You need the depth. I love it all. Or multiple in different positions. I'm good with it. If you want to put us wherever you want to put us. I do not care. I don't care. I want you to throw us outside the top 10. Like, just stack a chip on Zell's shoulder, stack a chip on Ortega's shoulder, on Mo's shoulder. Like, go ahead, like, give them a reason to start the season off real pissed off. Give it to them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with it. And then as we go and we start the Indiana
already.
series, again, mow them some bitches down. Let's just go ahead and punch them right in the mouth and start off like the season well.
We play the Zags too again this season. Yes. And then we have the St. John's game this season.
Nashville, I think. Nashville.
Yeah, Zags is in Nashville. Yeah. And then St. John's this season. We got a Bud Walton. I don't know why. I don't know why we don't play Arkansas twice. Whatever. We got a Bud Walton this year. To play them, but like, I am ready for basketball season already. I'm ready for it. I need those practice videos. I need like summer scrimmages videos. Like, I need conditioning videos. I feed it to us. Like, I need that all over the TL.
We need all the things that are basketball, because I forgot about this. Which way? Oh, that way's nope. That way, right there. My Dead Man Kentucky football shirt.
Yeah.
Pun intended. I think we're dead. I think it's
all right. Dead man walking. Perfect.
Dead man. Prove me wrong, boys. Prove me wrong. Let's go. Go get some.
The jury is out on that one. We'll have to.
Bush Hamden. I get it. You got to do 2 things as the OC. All right. You gotta figure out a way to protect Zach, and you got to give Jamore Macklin, Route Runner 9, the damn football over and over and over again, and maybe sprinkle some Wilcox in there from time to time, give him some reason to tie up his cleats, and then right back to Jamore. What do you think Brandon Garrison's favorite?
Why did I feel that's a setup for a joke?
It's such a setup. I'm not
answering that question. I refuse. You should answer your own question, Big Blue Badass. Because I refuse.
I'm going to say mint chocolate chip, because I feel like I want to answer this. I think I want to say mint chocolate chip.
Mint chocolate chip? I'm scared.
Yeah.
Oh, God. What's the answer?
I don't know. And it's delayed, so I don't know what the But let's play the game. What do you think it is? That
Pistachio.
chocolate chip, pistachio. It's not a bad,
I don't know.
not out there.
Yeah,
It's
not
kind of
much.
out there. I
So
like it. What do you say?
no, it's Superman ice cream. That's his favorite.
Superman ice cream? Oh,
Yeah, have
I'm
you
not a
heard it
joke.
before?
What kind of project? I don't know. What is this guy
Dude, listen, we
doing?
don't know, okay?
What project is this? What?
Yeah, now I need to know this. What product is this? I'm curious. Superman ice cream. It's like the ice cream that's all different like flavors and shit and all mixed together. You know what I'm talking about?
Like Neapolitan, where you got the strawberry,
No,
vanilla,
it's
and
like
chocolate?
yellow, blue, green, red, like all
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't
seriously.
about. I don't think I'm about that. It sounds like a sorbet.
Oh my god! Hold on. It's it's this one. Shit, you can't see it. It's this one. It's all different colors and
That's
stuff.
like you get that at a store?
Yeah. You've never had it?
No, no.
Well, next
I don't
time
do
you're in
ice cream
Kentucky,
very
we'll
often.
have to get some ice
Uh,
cream and Superman ice cream.
I don't know. Once I crested 30, the ice cream and the dairy thing don't do good for Rando's tum tum. Not good.
Well, okay, okay, they have like these
Not
little
good.
containers. We could go to a bar and we get ice cream and drink.
Deal. Deal.
Okay,
I maybe do a
good.
little bit.
Deal.
Little bit. What do you think Vince Morrow's for all of them? There's not an ice cream Vince doesn't enjoy. Okay, clearly, yeah, he's all 32 flavors is what Mr. Vince Morrow
Delicious bubble gum.
enjoys. Well, the daggum. Sorry, no, let me get rid of.
Really anything.
Yeah. Well, and with did you hear the story that was on KSR today about the dude who saw Vince Morrow and he called in and said he gave him the L's down?
Do you think I'll see KSR?
No, it was on Twitter. So
No,
I saw the
no.
clip.
I saw something about that, but then I kept seeing people talk about posting pictures of that or something.
I didn't see it. All I
But
know is that Vince supposedly called in, so he's still listening to the show apparently. So like, I don't know. It's all kind of weird. And he said the guy didn't give me L's down. He flipped me off in the Dunkin' Donuts in Frankfurt, I think is where he was. So Vince just getting that one last donut fix on his way up north apparently. But
I mean, he's just going west. That's all. Just going west about an hour and 64. That's all he's doing.
yeah, I guess you're right. Well, on that note, geography is my geography about the same as my computer skills. Shit. So appreciate y'all joining us.
North.
Yeah. I'm looking at it was, when I look at from my house in Kentucky, it's kind of north. I don't fucking know. Just give me a break, Selena.
Yeah, that's different. That's different. Okay, I
I'm struggling. I'm struggling
okay.
here.
I got you now.
But I appreciate everybody jumping on here. Sorry I was 30 minutes late. I will haze myself later. Y'all have a good one. Please go check us out, Heavy Pour Sports on YouTube. Trying to get those subscribers up out there. So I appreciate you.
I'm working on some intro stuff. So if anyone has like things they want added to an intro, let me know and I'll splice it in the video that I'm putting together.
Yeah, and let it happen. Let's go. Like send all the good stuff. There is no rating.
Well, I know your hand jobs clip will be in there for sure.
No, that's not. It was handies. It was to don't add that extra part to it. It already sounds.
Handies clip will be in there for sure. My bad.
That was I'm gonna have to live with that one forever. But it's okay. That is okay.
It's funny.
Yep.
It's fine.
Go check us out. Heavy Pour Sports. We got on Spotify. We're on YouTube. Go check out our boys at State Line Co. Always dropping some good stuff. And as always, go Cats.
Go Cats.
Peace.